You're watching the David Benjamin High Tech Direct TV Sports Zone.
Welcome back to Sports Zone. You know, the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles have been so close in their first two Ohio Valley Conference games. After losing by 2 points at Southeast Missouri, the Golden Eagles came home and played the University of Tennessee at Martin. And again, it was another close contest. The Golden Eagles, playing in front of their home fans at Tucker Stadium, welcomed in their in-state OVC rivals. TTU got off to a good start after UTM kicked a field goal. Tim Benford hauled in an 8-yard pass from Trey Lamb to put Tech on top 7-3. A few minutes later, Matt Barker booted a 40-yard field goal to increase Tech's advantage to 7. Just before halftime, Lamb found Tremaine Hudson from 8 yards out, put the Golden Eagles ahead 17-6 at the intermission. In the second half, though, Martin rolled up 21 unanswered points and was up 27-17 with 12:05 to go. But Tech tried to come back as Lamb found Benford again on a 20-yard strike. The Golden Eagles pulled it within 3, but the Skyhawks held, and Tech wound up suffering a 3-point loss. And joining us now, Tennessee Tech head coach Watson Brown. And, Coach, what's that old saying? Close only counts and horseshoes and hand grenades?
Yeah, and we got hand grenaded.
My goodness, 2 games, 2 losses by less than 5 points.
In 10 days. In 10 days' time, we get knocked out of the OVC that fast. And so you just regroup and you try to get going. And, gosh, buddy, we kind of blew one, you know. And we had the thing under control and didn't put them away, had a chance to put them away, and then they get a 99-yard drive, and we let them run a 19-yard punt that wasn't a fake punt. It was just a guy saw a place to run, took off running with it, and just did some crazy things in the second half. And so we got to regroup. We got to coach them better. We got to play better. I think the issue with us right now is more defense than anything else, and we've got to get our defense back on track.
Yeah, you know, I mean, last couple of teams have been running the football, and when you can't stop the run, what do? You don't get the ball back. You don't get good field position. They score points. They eat clock. You wear your defense down. Nothing good comes from can't stop the run, and we've got to figure out a way to do that, because now we're playing another one of those real strong running teams with a great kicking game. Not a good match for us, and so I am concerned. We had a great practice Sunday night, a very physical practice. We'll get another good physical practice Tuesday, and might even do a little bit more on Wednesday. But we had those 3 weeks, buddy, where we had 2 Thursday games in 3 weeks' times. And in Thursday games, you can't put pads on. It's just too short a week. So when I went back and added it up, we were in pads and practiced twice in 3 weeks. Really? And
when that's a killer.
Yeah.
That's a killer. So we had to get back and get some pad work done this week.
Now, 5 games in. What about your offense? Trey Lamb is the starting quarterback. He did have kind of a rough night. He had some turnovers, that kind of thing. But for the most part, he's been pretty productive.
Yes, he has. He's young. He's throwing some interceptions. Is the big thing. We got to get the bad throws. There was one forced throw, one overthrow, and we got to get the bad throws under control. But otherwise, offensively, we're really moving the ball pretty well and scoring enough points. Turnovers, yes, that's a little bit of an issue. We had 13 all of last year, and we've got 9 in 5 games. So we're ahead of that schedule, and we've got to get that stopped. And but other than that, I don't think offensively, I think we're moving the ball pretty well.
Yeah, last 2 games, Tim Benford, over 100 yards receiving, a pair of 2 touchdown performances. Boy's looking good.
Yeah, he's playing really well. They took a touchdown away from him. That was a catch, and we ended up scoring on that drive anyway. But Tim really had another touchdown pass, and he's just catching everything inside. He's running his routes so much quicker, coming out of his cuts better, and I think he's gotten stronger, buddy. When he goes up for a ball, he's just pulling them down from everybody, and we just got to keep him healthy. And honestly, we've got to get other guys going, because even in the fourth quarter, they said enough's enough, and they kind of put 2 on him, and we got it around to some of the other guys, but we've got to get the ball, I think, around to other guys a little bit more to help Tim out.
This week, an opponent you're very familiar with, head coach Rick Christoffel, is with you for a long time, the Governors of Austin Peay. Great rivalry, good friends. I mean, got all the makings for a good ball game.
Yeah, and a good team. They're a good team. They're honestly better than I thought they'd be, but their offense and their kicking game is just maybe as good as anybody in the league. and they're trying to get better on defense as we are. They're young on defense. They lost 9 starters on their defense a year ago, but the rest of their team is back. And so if their defense keeps getting a little better, look out for this team because they're going to be tough on offense to everybody. I mean, they've already beaten TSU on the road. That's a great win in a very close game, and we're going there with them having an open date on their homecoming. So I wonder if that was set up that way for a reason. I might have to get on my good old friend for letting us be the guinea pigs here on that setting that open date and homecoming at the same time.
Yeah, well, Coach, we certainly wish you the best of luck. And injury-wise, everybody doing okay right now?
A little banged up, mostly on defense, but they're the ones playing the most snaps. We played 87 snaps at SEMO, 47 on offense, and last week we had 79 snaps to 63. So their offenses are keeping the ball, wearing our defenses down, and we're getting a little sore from it.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You know, the Class A AA golf tournament will be held this week at Willowbrook Golf Course in Manchester, and the Upper Cumberland will be represented well, particularly Putnam County. You got Mercedes Smith from Monterey who's going to be going to represent the girls and representing the boys. First time an Upperman High boy has gone to the state tournament in 12 years. It's Sam Cass who qualified at the region. Sam, congratulations. Are you excited about going to state?
Yeah, I really am. It's been a long road, but I'm happy I'm finally in there.
You know, you were a qualifier, individual qualifier in the district. Then you go down to the Bear Trace and play down there by Chattanooga. What was that like?
Really sloppy. It was a really wet day, a lot of rain. I played about 7-8 holes in the pouring rain, and I think that kind of helped me focus a lot better in the rain.
So did you know when you were playing or when you got down that you were going to be one of the ones that qualified for the state?
I knew it was going to be close. I ended up getting the 3rd individual spot, but I knew it was going to be close.
Now, you're just a junior at Upperman High. To be able to go to the state as a junior, you think that's going to give you some confidence for next year?
It will, definitely. It should be a lot easier for me next year.
Yeah.
I don't have that monkey on my back. It'll be a lot easier to get finally breaking through the wall.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've got to give all the props in the world to your coach, Jerry Watson.
Yeah, I have to give a little props to Jerry. He's helped me through a lot the past couple weeks in that. So yeah, I have to give him a little shout out. Yeah.
Now, have you played Willowbrook before? Do you know the course very well?
Fairly well. I played it once my freshman year and a couple times sophomore year, but I don't think I played it this year. But I went today for a practice round. Things went rather well. Shot one up, so pretty good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. How good do you think the competition is going to be down there?
Pretty stiff. I was looking at the scores they were talking about today. It's going to be fairly tight. I should be in the top 5 somewhere in there.
Really? Well, that'd be great. So, is there any part of your game that's really working good for you?
My drive. My drive's been a lot better. Putting's rolling in a lot more. I'm rolling a lot more putts than I have been in the past.
Super. Well, because you're the first male golfer from Upperman to go to the state tournament in 12 years, you are our Sports One Champion of the Week, and you get this cool Sports Zone t-shirt. What about that? That's almost as good as making it to state, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right there with it. It's right there with it.
Well, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
Thanks.
You're watching the David Benjamin High-Tech Direct TV Sports Zone.
And it's time now to talk a little nasty car with our resident racing guru, Mike Honcho, Mike Allen.
That's
Just
me.
call him Mike. He's got the mic.
Yes, I got, well, one of them anyway.
Yeah,
You got
and that's
the
a
other
cool
one.
Sports Zone shirt too, by the
Yeah,
way.
you know, I made this a long time ago and forgot all about it.
That's sweet.
And it's kind of got the distressed look.
Yeah.
So there you
That
go.
makes it look good.
Yeah.
The grunge look.
Yeah, almost looks like it's a
Goes
70s shirt,
That's
really.
great.
So,
I know they raced this past weekend somewhere.
Kansas. Man, it was Kansas.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous. Greg Biffle won. He's one of the chasers, so he's up into the possibility of possibly winning the championship. And Jimmy Johnson was second. Jimmy Johnson is now leading the points, took over from Denny Hamlin. 11 out of the 12 chasers are only 140 or 101 points. No, the top 10 are 101 points out of the
101 points separate the top 10.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm having problems because let me tell you why.
Why?
I'm really excited. Well, I was excited because this past weekend, I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch the race this weekend, so I don't know if it was boring or not. To tell you the truth, I had to write down what happened because I was in Indianapolis.
Doing what?
I went around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oh, you're kidding.
Look at what happened. I wrecked.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Is that your
actually,
wife's car?
yeah, actually that happened on the way in Albany, Kentucky. Haven't had an accident since I've been 19 years old, so that's X amount of years.
Yeah.
Got hit on the way to Indianapolis.
Oh my
I
gosh.
still went though. I didn't turn around and
Well, you
come
know,
back.
Rubbin's racing.
Yeah, so, but no, we did, got to go around the track in one of them big buses. They have a couple different types of tours. One of them you actually get to go down to Victory Lane and then go to the bricks and kiss the bricks and all that. But it was cloudy, cold, rainy,
Who wants
windy.
to kiss bricks anyway?
We didn't do that. So we just, $5, got in this big van thing and drove around, as you can see. And you know, it's unbelievable how bumpy this racetrack is.
Really?
I mean, it was just
Does
unbelievable.
it chew up tires, you think?
Yeah, I know a couple years ago the NASCAR guys had a lot of trouble with tires.
Right.
And now the Indy guys, they don't. But, boy, I tell you what, I couldn't
Did
believe
you get to
how
go through the
bumpy it was.
museum and see all the stuff?
Yeah,
and-
I mean, every car there, you got to see, you know, in NASCAR, you see Tony Stewart's car and the trophy that he won. And then Indy cars, I mean, geez.
AJ Foyt, all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, just from way back when. Some of the older
pretty
cars
cool.
from the early 1900s are like, and that went 70 miles an hour. I mean, you were just surprised. Yeah, I mean, it was really neat to go in there and see all the trophies and all the memorabilia, the cars, the motorcycles even. And then they had like it wasn't Evel Knievel's, but it was like his jet rocket, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And it had the #1 on there like he had. And I'm thinking, I would love to be in that thing going around this track.
Because we love Evel Knievel.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
That's exactly
So,
it.
but it was cool.
Well, NASCAR this week.
Yes, we are going to go to California. Another one. We got a couple nice tracks coming up, but this isn't going to be one of them. And I think, you know, all the chasers, you know, except for Clint Boyer, who had that penalty, he's the only one really out of it. So, I just don't know. I mean,
You got
they're
a
all
pick
there. I mean,
in California.
well, you know, Roush has always done good out there, and now that Greg Biffle has won, and Carl Edwards, by the way, he finished like 5th or 6th or something
Yeah.
like that. So a couple of the Roush guys, even Matt Kenseth finished good last week. So I'm looking for the Roush guys to really come on, and they might surprise everybody and come ahead in this championship race. So who knows?
Hey, who knows? All I know is we'll be back here next week.
Next week.
That's right here. For Mike Allen and Buddy Pearson saying God bless them straight. We'll see you in the Sports Zone right here next week. See you then.
I'm going to have to start charging you.
It's David Benjamin's High Tech Direct TV Sports Zone.